Hey there guys, EctoMaster here. It's Sunday morning, so you know what time it is. It's time that we do another case file. And this week we're taking a look at Battlefield 4. Now, I know there's probably a story to Battlefield 4, but obviously nobody really plays it. It's kind of like Titanfall. There's a story. Nobody plays it. Unlike, like BioShock or anything like this, these types of games, there is no story, there's nothing to worry about, nothing to... What's the word I'm looking for? It's not... Like, the action of the basis of the game is not story, the basis of the game is PvP shooter. That's it. That's your basis of the game. So... You know how I like to go into the story of some of the games. Well, yeah, this time around there is no story. But it was a game that I have never played before. And I am very, very, very picky when it comes to first-person shooters. I think I may have said that in the last video, which of course was about Titanfall. I am very, very picky on my FPS. It's gotta be, for example, my favorite FPS of all time, and again, if I've said this before and I'm repeating myself, I apologize, but my favorite FPS of all time, of course, is GoldenEye. That was my favorite FPS. It was a great game. It was of course there was glitches and whatnot with it. If you put it in wrong, it could actually glitch out, but that wasn't the point. It was a great game to play alongside friends, and it was a great game to play. Now this game, I had never played a Battlefield game before, and I saw Sasquatch playing it, and he said, "You've got to get it, this is an amazing game, it's fun." So I get the game, and sure enough, that's why we had EctoMaster Plays Battlefield, because I am not a very good FPSer when it comes down to it. I am very terrible at these games. And this is where I have my problem. I am obviously very, very, very noobish when it comes to FPS games. And in Battlefield 4, there is no way to really designate between somebody who is new and somebody who is not. Now, what some gamers and some... I don't want to say companies, because obviously, it's run by EA, but... What some gamers try to do is with their own servers is try and make it noob friendly. And unfortunately, you can't weed out the assholes, and the assholes will always be the assholes and try and do, they will go for the easy farming and go up against players who really haven't played the game before. And even though I can play this game for months and I played the newbie servers, it's for the reason that I don't play it very often, haven't played it before, and I'm still trying to learn the best view and setup and you name it. And like there are times when I go to open a parachute like I just did here. Yeah, I do it perfectly fine. I execute it then fine, but not always. With that being said, there's quite a few issues with this game right from the get-go, and it wasn't the players involved. It was more of the company, more of EA. EA turning around, and there's a lot of issues: glitching, errors, lag, server issues, disconnects. I mean, all you have to do is go back to go back and look at the Jesse Cox and Krendor videos, and you're able to see some of the views of the games. That one of the first games that they play is they're driving along or riding along, and they're in boats, and it's jerking back and forth. It's rubber banding. And why is it rubber banding? Because the server couldn't handle the load of people on it. And it's just coming from EA and all the people that are going into it. You would think that with a game, with a game like that doing its thing, and with the issues that they had with SimCity, the company would learn, but apparently they did not. The best that they can say of learning is, for example, with the Sims 4 release, it does not require an online connection to play. You can play it offline, and that's totally fine. That is something where it's like, thank you for listening to us. We don't need an online connection for it. There's quite a few things I did enjoy about this game. I do like playing Sniper, and it's probably one of the best games that I've played Sniper on. The vehicle controls, if it wasn't a car, I couldn't use it. So basically that rules out every plane and helicopter, and there's I think a couple of videos where I tried to take the helicopter out for a ride, and sure enough I crashed it right away. And there's so much. There's things that I love about this game, but unfortunately, like a lot of things, it's the community that really killed it for me. It's the fact that I could, go out and try and do something, and I end up dying because you've got this one guy who is just sitting there, and he's got the best gear, he's got the best setup, he's got it all figured out, and what does he do but, see here, there, I was trying to launch my parachute and it never opened, so I just jumped out of a helicopter and died. For example of the issues that I have. But, as I was trying to say, you get guys that are just, they're so much better, and there's really no way to discern that. You can try and report them to the admins of the server, but doesn't mean that it's actually going to work. That's why I've only played two types of scenarios with Battlefield 4. One is, where you get the points, and the one with the most points at the end of, X amount of time, or whoever gets to 0 first loses. I've played that, and then I've played Deathmatch, which is, and those are the only ones that I've played. I haven't played any others, only because I can't get into it because, again, of the community. I just can't. After a while, it's just like I want to play it, but I don't want to deal with the assholes. Dealing with the assholes is not fun, and it makes the game very, very hard to play. I mean, and here's there was an example of me having some issues of in-game mechanics. So I finally figured out that you can shoot the grate to open it back up, so that you can climb all the way to the top to here, which is a great spot for a sniper. But after I shoot it open, I still can't get through it. It took like 3 tries for me to get through it. And it's just, it's hard, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm okay with things being hard. It's, unfortunately, when it's hard for a new player, it doesn't help when you have, a community of guys who are much better, who go out and try to be better, and next thing you know, sure, yeah, they're kicking your ass. It discourages those who want to learn the game and want to play the game and have fun from it, from actually learning the game and playing the game. I've said time and time again, my best map on this is probably Flood Zone. It's just that there are better spots for me like I said, I like to play sniper. There are better spots for me than in here. And there have been guys that I've seen that have been halfway across the map, all the way across the map, and boom, killing me with one shot, easy. And then I look down and go, I was in the middle of a building. How did you, middle of the top of a building, crouch down? How did you see me? How did you get me? That just it didn't make sense to me. And there's some of that where I'm trying to shoot this guy, and boom, none of my shots are hitting, and he goes prone, and boom, gets me right away. There's a glitch where the guy he comes in head first, and then is prone. So I don't know, maybe I sound like somebody like a sore loser. Oh well, learn to play the game. I spawned outside of a zone. I spawned outside of it. I had 10 seconds to get back in. That's not learning to play the game. That's the game mechanic failing to work properly. I do like the fact that your gamer tag, you can get a gamer tag, and you can have a little visual. I love that. I really do. I wish there was a little bit more customization where you could customize your own character, but the mini-map on this is practically useless. For example, I mean, it's down in the left-hand corner. Nobody, to be honest, for me, I've never looked in the left-hand corner for a mini-map. My mini-map has either been in the upper right-hand corner or in the center of the screen. And to have the mini-map off to the left, I'm not looking to the left. Unfortunately, it is a right-handed world. And for me, I am right-handed, and I look to the right. And unfortunately, when you have something off to the left, I'm not looking to the left, I'm looking to the right. So I'm not looking to see if somebody's coming up behind me because I don't know. I'm not looking to see, I can't. I physically cannot. My body does not automatically gravitate towards the left-hand side. The left-hand side is typically where I see chat. You know, say, for example, like World of Warcraft, WildStar, DC Universe Online. And yes, I know those are all MMORPGs and not MMFPSs. But for most of the world, that's where we kind of look for chat. And you do have a chat feature on here. Personally, the menu, I think, should be swapped with where your stats are. You can put your stats either where the... You can put your stats where the chat is, the chat where the map is, the map where the menu is, and then you can put the menu where the stats are. And so if you just turned everything, you know, crisscross things around a little bit, it would be a little bit easier for players to do. I mean, here's this guy, VG Strider 19. I don't know how many kills he's had, but I know 4 of them have been me. I'm not a great player, but obviously this guy is better than I am, and probably doing a hell of a lot better than everybody else. The other thing I don't like is that this game automatically goes into, if you have like a really, really good scope, it goes into the absolute furthest view before it goes out of that view. You have to rotate out of the furthest view in order to get into the shortest view. And the furthest view isn't always the best option, especially if you're sniping, but not from halfway across the map. Or you pull in and you've got a limited scope, and you're trying to see a much wider area. And so it makes things a little bit harder to do. I don't know. I liked playing this game. I could not play it for very long. And the whole reason that I couldn't play it for very long was the entire fact that I just couldn't get into it, because you would always have somebody who is not just a little bit better, no, vastly superior to how you are. Much, much better. And they just take you out, no problem. They rack up kills and experience and you name it. That's the other thing that you get, is like you get all these XP bonuses, but when you get one, I don't know, maybe I just... You know, here's another one. I just spawned and I got ran over by a truck. Which to me says spawn camp, but I'm just saying. So, well, maybe not spawn camp, because you can spawn in multiple locations, but, you know, that's not, it's not like giving you a clear spot to get set up or anything like that. I had maybe 5 seconds to get ready, and then I was dead. I don't know what games like doing that. I really don't. It's just, I don't know. There's things that I enjoyed about this game, but then there's things that I just do not enjoy about it. And it's just... I almost luck into 90% of my shots. I'm not very good at it, but there's nowhere that I can actually go that would help me get better. Because everything that caters to those who are noobish get overrun by those who go herder. I'm going to get some easy kills. To equate it to, again, something that I can relate to, it's, again, akin to going into a PvP fight with somebody in World of Warcraft, you're level 80 and you're level 70 and they're level 90, and they take you down in 3 hits because you don't have the gear, you don't have the abilities, and you just die. And it's the same thing with this. I don't have the skills, I don't have the abilities, and I cannot go up against guys who have skills and have abilities and be able to succeed. It's just, I'm not saying that it isn't fair. What I'm saying isn't fair is the fact that they can just waltz right in. If I had my own money and I could do my own server, I would do one. I would do my own private server, and I would welcome noobs to it, and anybody who was not noobish, anybody who was obviously outgaining the rest. And it wouldn't be like, ooh, okay, so you got lucky on this map. It would be something that was like, okay, you outdid everybody on this map. On this last one, you outdid everybody. I hate to say this, but this is for those who are trying to learn the game, and goodbye. Strangely enough, even though I am doing terrible, I end up winning this match because, as you can see, there's 116 US to 61 or 60 Russian, and it keeps on going down. And, yeah. The fact that admins are giving messages like that means that people are doing it. Again, don't know if it's my team or not, but I don't know. It's just, I wish there was more to this game. I wish this game had a better matchmaking system. I wish this game, kind of like Titanfall, it just doesn't have a good matchmaking system. I don't know if that's because of EA or because of whatever company that runs this. I'm not sure, but I wish it was a little bit better. I enjoy playing it, but not when I'm vastly outgeared. As we can see, I'm not even making the list. You pull up the screen, you can't even see anything I did, because I don't do very well. Anyways, that's it for this week, guys. That is my views on Battlefield 4. We'll be back again next week with another game, so until then, I will see you guys next time.
Charlie has been